Yo, yo, yo. Happy Mother's Day. What is that? Gross. Hey, Virgo, how you doing? Yeah, it was a good day. So far, how was your Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day. Hope you had a good one. I'm looking at some people's Mother's Day pictures right now, and they're not looking too good. Oh my God, I'm trying not to laugh. Oh boy. Oh my Lord. It's not easy. Oh boy. I gotta stop looking at Facebook stuff because I'm looking at that shit. I want to start laughing. Anyway, let me behave. I made chicken enchiladas. Oh, nice. I don't have my sister and I. They were really good with the family. Oh, that's good. Oh, wow. Well, like I always say, I don't know how people can just disown their children. Here I am. Me and a lot of other people would love to have kids, but people got kids and disown them or don't want them. Never makes any sense to me how people can do that. But otherwise, that I'm glad you had a good day. I'm glad it was good. I went to my mom and dad's house, and my mom made some what do you call it, pork tenderloin with some pumpkin and rice and stuff. And we had rice pudding. She made rice pudding, so it was pretty good. It was a nice, quiet Mother's Day. My sister went out with her two boys. They went to dinner tonight. They just got back about 2 hours ago. So she said she had a good time. So that's good. I'm glad Mother's Day was good for a lot of people. A lot of mothers deserve it. And then you have the deadbeat moms that don't do anything, which piss me off. But yeah, we can't control what people do. They're going to do what they want and be idiots. Nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. But hey, life goes on. I've been talking about that a lot lately, about how people do that. For days like today, I go on Facebook and check everything. Oh boy, it ain't easy. But yeah, otherwise that the energy was good today. Energy was good. Everything's getting better. Got the full moon in Sag coming up. So it's gonna be some crazy shit going on. A lot of people are dissing the shit out of people and all over the place. It's crazy. This year is like the dissing year of the world. It doesn't matter what's going on. People are out there talking shit like all day, every day. Yeah, I see that. hmm There's a lot of crazy things going on. I'm seeing more and more crazy shit every day. Then I see how people are like, and I just don't know what more to do, what more to say to people. I don't know. Trying to warn people. I don't know, Virgo. I don't know what's going on. People are crazy. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? Is it me, or is it like on? Is it me, or is like on Facebook you got like a million fucking ads now? Like it never used to be like this. It's like all these things coming up. Not so much ads, but like pure shit that I don't even not even interested in. It used to be just it used to be like shit you like, and then now it's like pure fucking trash on here. I mean, I always see myself um like deleting shit and getting rid of shit that I don't even know why it's even on my feed. It don't make no sense. That shit's whack. I hope you have a good week, Lucky. Hope everybody does. Hope everybody has a good week. Yep, exactly. Hey Dan, how you doing? Hey Rudy, happy Mother's Day. Dinner was good. Lunch was good. All around was all good. My mom's happy. She got her flowers, food. Otherwise, that it was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. Hey Marley, happy Mother's Day. How you doing? You didn't get anything? Just been home with the kids. Well, that's good. Well, see, you got something. You got time with the kids. So good. Look, my mom always says, right, that every day is Mother's Day. That's what my mom says. My mom says, once you become a mom, every day is Mother's Day. I told her, I said, yep, I know, mom. My mom wants sympathy. See? She's a Capricorn, so these Capricorn women, they like sympathy. Give them sympathy and yes, mom, you're the best. Yes, it's so hard. Yes, mom, I know. Man, I'm sorry. Yes, you have such a hard life. Then she'll look at me all screw face and be like, "You bad." Like, yeah, that's me. I always tease the shit out of her. Like I did today, I said, "Damn, these flowers stink." And she's like, "I don't care. I don't smell nothing." I said, "Yeah, I know." She goes, "It does smell a little bit, but I like it. I love flowers." I said, "Not me. Flowers should be the fuck outside, not inside. I can't stand the smell of flowers. It's annoying." All right, Lucky. She had some like lilies in there, roses, all sorts of damn flowers. And as soon as I walked into the house, I'm like, "Oh my god, that shit stinks." And my mom's like, "It don't stink. It's flowers. It's so nice. Look at them." I'm like, my sister gave it to her. That's how my mom is. My mom loves her flowers. I give my mom stuff all the time, so I don't really give her anything for Mother's Day because I give her so much shit every other damn day. And plus, my sister said that she'll buy flowers for her this time because last year I got her flowers. It's all right, Rudy. Dan said he'd give you a card. I'll give you a card too. I'll give you a Mother's Day message. How about that? Maybe at least you got something. Mm. We love you too. I can give myself hearts. Did you know that? I'm like doing all these things. Why would like a person who has a channel be able to do that? That's like it's so retarded. Anyway. All right, let me see what I got here. I don't know what deck I want to use today. I should have got some different decks. I'm sick and tired of using all these damn things. Gotta switch it up. I'll do it tomorrow. Actually, yeah, today is Sunday. Need some messages from heaven. All right, Rudy. Let me give you a message for Mother's Day. All right. Oh no, I don't need no more decks. That's for sure. I have too damn many. I have too many, but they're all upstairs. Like a lot of them are upstairs on like my shelf. But like every like month or so, like I'll switch it. I'll go take these upstairs and bring a different set down. But I just keep forgetting. And plus, a lot of these damn women want twin flame cards, so I always have like the love crap here. So, so they're like oh hell no thanks. I have too many now. I got too many damn decks, but I just don't use them. Like I just don't use a lot of them. And all the women like Virgo and all these other women, they want twin flame love cards and all that crap. So. All right, Rudy. Let's see what we got for you. All right. Rudy, this is your card. Believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. Number 28. And it says, you can do it. You have the skills you need to complete the task ahead, so just go for it. Breathe in confidence as you take on new exciting challenges. You are as good as everyone else, if not better. Your loved ones say, we are proud of you. Go and make it happen. I swear I tell you that all the time. Maybe Spirit has to tell you. I always tell everybody, make it happen. Spirit's got your back, just go for it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Virgo, you want a card? I'll take care of the moms in here. I'll give you Mother's Day cards. There you go. Marley, how did it go today? Did you get the electrical and plumbing done? You're welcome, Rudy. Anytime, sweetheart. All right, Virgo, you got number 42, and it says, find a way to bring harmony back into your life. Take the first step. Today, your loved ones are showing that by better balancing your life, you will bring harmony back into your mind too. Release that mind chatter by finding a way to connect mind, body, and spirit equally. Your loved ones say to bring harmony, we remind you to bring family, play, and work into balance. All will be well. Yes, it goes with what happened today with family and stuff. Oh, cool, Marty. That's good. You got all the materials. What? The water's getting done Tuesday. Not sure what they are doing the septic tank yet. Oh, well, that's good. At least some. At least you got some progress today. That's good. Marley, you want a card? I'll give you one. I'll give you your Mother's Day spirit card. Well, hey, patience is the key to everything. The more patience you have, the more you value time. Okay. All right, Marley. This is your card, Marley. It says number 40, tune into the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. Your energy may be a little low right now, but your loved ones will meet you in a place of high energy, Mother Earth. Find your favorite place in nature, maybe at a water's edge, a meadow, sitting under an old tree, and your loved ones will help energize you there. Relax. You will sense and feel them in this place today. Together, you will have a mind to mind telepathy. I'll be going on this nature, going a nature walk or something. Or if you probably was out in nature today, next to some trees or out in Mother Earth, out in nature today, he probably was helping you. Sounds good. Oh, well, that's good. As long as you was outside today, getting some of that natural air and energy. You're welcome. Yeah, when they put in that septic tank, they have to get it passed anyway. So you probably have to get somebody to if that's what you mean, then they uh they have to pass it in order to see if it works. Probably, at least that's what they do here. Yeah, you have to test it out. Yeah, exactly. You gotta check it out. Yeah, yeah, they'll test it because You can't just put a septic tank anywhere and get away with it. Yeah. All you gotta do is pour some Clorox down there and be good to go. Cleans out everything. Yeah, the permits are always a problem. Here in Bermuda, it's the same shit. That's why I don't do. That's why I stay away from and don't really work um, with the permit people anymore and all that. So I used to do electrical contracting, and I used to wait for the contractors. I used to wait for the stupid inspectors. They used to take so long, and then like they sometimes they wouldn't call, and they'll come at lunch when I'm not there, or if I'm not there, then they're gonna inspect it, and then they're gonna sign it, and then they're gonna tell the other people that are there what's wrong with it or if it passed or whatever, and I'm not there. But they should be calling me because I'm the electrician on site. So a lot of times they come and I'm not there, or they come there and they tell me some stupid shit that don't make sense. Like the last job I dealt with here at the house, I'll never forget it. The inspector goes, "Oh, um, why do you have this pipe going across the lintel with the concrete?" And I'm like, "Well, how else am I gonna get it over there? How am I gonna get from one end to the other end?" He goes, "Oh, you can go up and over." I said, "That don't make no sense because the pipes are still in the concrete, and so is the box. So what's the sense of going up over the lintel into another slab?" And he says, "Oh, well, you're making the lintel weaker." I said, "No, you're not, because there's a fucking piece of rebar going right through the lintel with the pipe. So what's stronger, the pipe or the rebar, the rod?" And he's like, "Okay, don't worry about it. It's cool. Yeah, I let it slide this time." That's what he said, because I made him look like an ass. And then he asked me how old I was, and then I was older than him like 5 years, I think. And I'm like, "You're gonna tell me what the fuck to do? I've been doing this shit so long. You just started being an inspector. You don't know shit. You know how many times I put pipes in lintels and pipes in concrete, you moron?" I'll never forget that shit. I wanted to slap the shit out of him. Somebody can't put a pipe in the concrete lintel because it's gonna make it weaker. I've never heard of something so stupid in my life. So where you supposed to put the pipe, bro? It's gotta go in the concrete anyway. What you want me to do? Get some Wi-Fi lights, or you want me to get lights that have batteries on them instead of putting like the wires through the lintel? There's pipes all over concrete in the house, you dumbass. So, but he was trying to test me out, like most people do. Most people like to test me, but that's one of the reasons why I don't really do electrical contracting no more, because the permits take forever, and the inspectors are assholes. They have power trips, and they think that they can tell you what how to do the job. None of them are electricians. None of them are plumbers, and none of them know their ass from a hole in the ground. At least the ones here. They don't do construction. They don't get dirty. They come around all looking nice and shit with a little notepad and talking about you can't do this and you can't do that. Oh, is that to code? Is that this? Yo, bruh, you think I don't know how to read a plan? Your bitch ass. So I used to get so mad dealing with those people. They were like the worst people to deal with. They actually discouraged me from doing electrical work. They really did. Those people discouraged me from doing electrical work. I don't blame you, Marley. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's why I don't do. That's you just said those inspections and permits are annoying. All right, cool. That's one of the main reasons I don't do electrical contracting because they always gave me a hard time. And I went by code. I obeyed the plan. I did everything like I was supposed to do. But like those people, man, they just like have a power trip. It's like if they know you're perfect and you do what you have to do and everything's legit, they'll like find some bullshit to like say just to aggravate you to trigger you to like say something stupid. And then when you do what they tell you to do, I'll remember it for next time, right? So I can get them again. And then next time I'll do what they tell me to do, and then they'll tell me to do it the original way that I did it when they didn't want to pass it. And that's when I say, "Yep, I know this is all like a thing where they want to just be stupid." And I don't know why people are like that. Like if you're an inspector and you know the electrician on the job or the plumber or whoever the contractor is doing their job properly, right? And you don't have no problems with them, why are you creating problems? That's what I don't understand about some people. Why create a problem that isn't there? Like you're an idiot. Just you know this shit works. You know it's legit. Just go and sign it off and shut up. The last job I did here, I argued with that guy like at least 4 or 5 times over a year. I argued with him a few times. I was like, look, bro, I've been doing this shit all my life. You ain't gonna tell me how this shit is. This is how it is. Oh well, I can't have it. I say, yeah, well, too bad. And they be like, oh well, I can't. Yeah. When you come back, you're gonna see this shit done. You gonna say fucks. You can't feel it. Give a shit. I was so mad at that guy. I wanted to beat him. And then at the end, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I was like, all right, cool. You have a nice day. I just killed him with kindness afterwards. I didn't even argue with him no more. I just did it. If he failed it or passed it, he never failed anything. Like you failed something for the construction guys, but he never failed me. He never failed my shit. But there was one electrical inspector. He failed. He didn't fail it, but he says he can't pass it because I hooked it up wrong. And I'm like, okay, well, prove to me that I hooked it up wrong. And he didn't. He couldn't. And he walked away. And then when he came back, I called him back the next day. And I said, I did it the way you wanted me to. All right, I'll be down there at midday. I say, all right, cool. So he came down there and he used his tester. There's like a plug tester. So he plugged it in, right? And his tester was messed up. I know it was. But like an inspector should never be using a tester anyway, right? So I said, look, bro, I plugged in the vacuum, it works. So when you press the reset button on the GFCI plug, it's supposed to turn off, right? So it did. And then I said it did the same thing you did last time. And I never changed anything, and he ended up passing it because he realized that his tester was fucked up. That's why he didn't film because he knew he fucked up. But they just want to be dickheads. That's what they are. Guys, it's my stepdad. Yeah, see, that's crazy. But that's how it is, though. Like people just, I don't know, man. I honestly, I wish I can go back into the electrical contracting part because I made a lot of good money, and I'm really good at that stuff. And that's like something that I really take pride into doing, like a whole house. Like I can do a whole house electrical from start to finish, and I can do the whole deck. I can pipe everything. I know how to measure, like do the plans. I know how to read the plans. I know how to do everything. And I stopped doing it because the inspectors were really bad. And now the inspector that started the inspection the year that I did this renovation, he didn't finish it. He got fired. And the reason he got fired because he didn't know. Because I've never seen an inspector use like one of those plug checkers to check a plug. And I'm like, bruh, if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way that plug ain't gonna work is if the neutral is switched or the neutral's not giving the back feed. Because you can have power there, but if the neutral is not going back, then you know it's not gonna work. So I plugged in the vacuum, right? And I said, look, bro, it works. The vacuum is working. It's not, and I can leave it on. It's not tripping the breaker, so it works. So what are you talking about? He was so pissed at me because I proved that his little stupid tester weren't working. And I'm like, this guy's a moron. He doesn't have no clue. And about maybe 3 months later, a new guy came. And I was like, hi, can I help you? And he's like, yeah, I'm the electrical inspector. I'm like, oh, okay, what happened to the other guy? Oh, yeah, he's gone. I'm like, yeah, I thought so. And then the guy came, he passed my stuff, and that was it. He gave me my final inspection, and that was a wrap. Another thing I do, I take pictures of everything. So that way they can't say I didn't do it. I take pictures of everything. Everything I do, I take pictures. Click, click, click. I have pure pictures at the end of a job. And if I ever have a problem, I know exactly what I did. I know what pipe goes to what, where it goes, and I label everything. I take pride in my electrical stuff, but when an inspector sees that, it's like they try to make you look like you don't know what you're doing. It's like they purposely be assholes. That's what they do. That's why I don't do it no more. But I wish I can do it again, but it just doesn't make any sense. Because every time I did it, I always like got discouraged from all the inspectors and the people and all that. My one of the guys that taught me how to do electrical, he still does it, and he says that they're still a pain in the ass. He says there's a different one like every year because they don't last. The original inspector, this guy, Mr. Smith, he was the best. He would come on there and he'll never fail anything. Or if he felt like something was wrong, he'll just tell you. He'll be like, look, Mark, you see this? You got to add another wire because you can't have these three on one circuit. You got to have two on one circuit. And I was like, well, that means I got to add another breaker. And he goes, yeah, what you do is you put this one on one and these two on another. Like he'll explain what the law is, right? Because back in the day, they put like 3, 4 receptacles on one breaker, no problem. But now they separate it. And some like have to have their own neutral. You can't like jump shit. So he would explain it to me. He'd be like, all right, Mark, look, everything's fine. You just gotta add like another circuit to this and blah blah blah. And he'll be like, okay, once you do that, let me know. And then I'll pass it. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So I'll do it. And then next day I'll call him and be like, all right, Mark, that sounds good, man. You have a great day. Boom, 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 bang. As soon as he retired, that was it. Everything went downhill. And I was like, oh man, fuck. This is gonna be a task now. And sure as shit it was. That's why I don't do it. But I do all these jobs that I don't need an inspection for. So if the job doesn't have a permit and it doesn't need a permit and the electrical can get done without it, then I'll do it. But if not, I won't do it. So I don't want to deal with inspectors because they're idiots. Or sometimes what I do is I'll do the job and I'll tell them you can deal with the inspection, not me. Just let me know what they say. I've done that before too. They'll be like, oh, who's doing it? They'll be like, oh, Mark. Mark's maintenance. I'm like, yep. They'll be like, who's that? I'm like, yeah, you know, Mark. I'm like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And that'll be it. I don't have to deal with them sometimes. I don't even want to be around them. Because if I'm not there, it's even better. That way I won't get pissed off. But yeah, that's how it is. There's always some bullshit when you're in like that type of field. But I'm so glad I don't do it anymore. I really am glad I don't. Really glad I don't. It's less headaches for me. Less headaches for Marky. Not dealing with dumb people. That sucks. Hey J Dub, how you doing? Oh yeah, AC's put in today. Oh nice, Dan. Gotta have that AC. Happy Mother's Day to you, J Dub. To you and yours. Hope you had a good one. Now we got all new ACs last year. The year before and this year we got all new ACs, so we're good to go. I have my AC on right now. It was 77 degrees here today. It's starting to heat up, but not really. It's not like hot where I'm like sweating. It's just like that regular heat. Regular heat. It didn't last that long. But it's coming. The next month, I know it'll be hot as hell. It's definitely coming. Oh boy, it's a coming. It's a coming. Trying to think what else I need tomorrow. It's quiet on here today. I always try to remember a grocery list, and then I'll write down some things, and I'll come in and I'll be like, oh fuck, I forgot that. That always happens to me. I'm trying to think of, oh yeah, that's what I need. I got coffee. I got tomorrow. I'm gonna make that. That sounds good. That sounds good. I'm gonna make chicken in the oven tomorrow. Chicken breast, some potatoes. Sounds good. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I don't know what else. Trying to think of new things to make. Yesterday I made fish. Today I had pork tenderloin. Tomorrow I'm gonna have chicken breast. And I want to have shrimp sometime this week, but I can't have it on Tuesday because my sister's not going to be here. So I'll save that for Wednesday. But you know what I want? I want some tacos this week. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Yes, yes. You getting the cast cut off tomorrow? Oh, nice, Dan. That's great news. I'm sure you'll be very relieved. My friend Esther, she's gonna get her cast taken off. I think tomorrow too. I think she's going for like a checkup tomorrow. That's weird. Both of you are getting yours done. No, I don't. No, I don't. I never do that. No. I always when I get the fish, it's already like filleted. Like the guy I deal with, he fillets all the fish, right? And I have the fish in a bag filleted already, and then what I do is I come home, I wash it, I inspect it, make sure there's no bones or whatever in the fillets, and then I'll marinate it in water and I'll marinate it in water and lemon juice, Worcester sauce, maybe some garlic salt, regular salt, whatever, and then I'll leave that for like a whole day, leave it marinated for a whole day, and then after that I just use yellow corn flour and like paprika, garlic salt, seasoning salt, pepper. I make like a batter, a flour batter. Then I dip the fish in there and then I fry them. Yeah, the only time I've seared something before is pork tenderloin. Sometimes when sometimes I'll sear the pork tenderloin first and then put it in the crock pot. That's another thing I can do. Pulled pork. That sounds good. Actually, I didn't have that in a while. Let me tell my sister we can do pulled pork this week. We have a new crock pot, so we're going to use it, see if it works properly. Let me right here, pulled pork. We gotta get this stuff to make it cool. Yeah, I remember searing the pork tenderloin first and then putting it in the crock pot. Hopefully not, Dan. Hopefully they won't put another one on. Hopefully you'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I honestly don't see the point of doing it, but it all depends on what it is, like what meat it is. Because I do see people sear things before, especially pork and stuff like that. Hmm. I've never really seen anybody do that. Like my mom, she never taught me. Like my mom taught me how to. My mom and my other best friend, they taught me how to like do a lot of things, cooking methods, and they've never told me to do that. But I've heard of it though. I've heard of it. And I think the last time I made pulled pork in the crock pot, my sister seared the pork tenderloin and then we put it in, and it tastes good though. But I'm sure there's a lot of methods that people use. Man, there's so many ways to marinate things with different stuff. The only thing I don't like is like certain rubs. Like certain people make that dry rub for like food and stuff. That shit is like, oh my god. That shit makes me bark like all fucking night and all day. I can't handle that shit. I remember when I was in Rochester, my friend took me to this outback like barbecue place. And the guy was like, "You want rub or without rub?" And I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. I don't rub my food." So my friend was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, you gotta get the rub, man. You gotta get the rub." I said, "All right, well, my friend said get the rub, so I'll get it." After I ate that shit, man, I was burping that shit up for the lab. I had ribs. I had pork ribs on the barbecue the guy made, and like a steak too. And I had a little bit of each. And then I was like, "Fuck, this tastes good." I'm like, I kind of like this rub shit. Like, it's nice. Tasted really, really good. That night, I was burping that shit up all night, all day the next day, and all day the next day. 3 days in a row, I was burping up that shit. And I was like, oh my god, that shit's nasty. Ugh. I was like, never again will I do that shit. You haven't used your crock pot in a year? Well, we used to use it like every other week. We used to make like pulled pork because the boys liked it, and then they started getting off of it, and then they were like, "Oh, I want it again." So one day, my sister got up in the morning. She put the crock pot on for slow cooking for 8 hours. So when she came home, you could smell that it was on, but the crock pot must have gave in, like it broke during the cooking process. So it was half cooked when we got home like that day. And of course I wasn't around. So when she got home, she was like, "Mark, guess what? The crock pot's fucked. It's not working." When I got home, the lights are all on, but it's not working. It looks like it cooked halfway and then that's it. So I ended up slapping it on the barbecue. I was like, that's cool. There's nothing wrong. We're going to put it on the barbecue for about 20, 30 minutes. We'll be good. And then we got a new crock pot. So I told her, we said, we haven't tried the new crock pot yet, so we got to try it. And she was like, yeah, sounds good. We'll try it one day. So yeah, we got a new one, but we got to try it. Yeah, meatballs in the crock pot would taste good. I should put some meatballs in there too. That's a good idea. Today, Tuesday, we go for 3 hours with the surgeon and dietitian. Oh, cool, Dan. Hopefully you and the wife will be good. Just keep praying. Spirit's got you. Let's hope everything's gonna be. My dad's feeling a lot better today too. He had gout really, really bad. He couldn't even like hold a fork or anything. Today he had the fork in his hand. He was eating. He says he was a little less painful. My dad gets gout so bad, but sometimes it's in his hands, his fingers, and sometimes it's on his feet. So today, my sister said that when she went to church for Mother's Day, he was with a cane, and I was like, great. But he doesn't listen. See, the thing I told him, right? I told him get a piece of pen and a paper, a notepad. I even told him I'll get you one. He's like, oh, he's like a fucking grouch, right? But he'll never listen to me. I'm told him so many times how to defeat gout, but he don't listen. And I told him, I said, look, every day, right? You have a schedule here, Monday to Sunday. Every day you eat, and whatever you drink, you write it down. The next day, if you get gout, you know that whatever you ate the day before gave you that shit. So then you know not to eat it again. Or try to eliminate the things that make you feel like you got gout, and then don't do it for a couple of days to see if that's the case. I'm not doing that shit. I don't care. When I get gout, I'll just take the gout pills. I'm like, all right, Next, I'm not listening. I'm not gonna help you ever again, and I could care fucking less. So then I wanted to save them money because they're always complaining about money and always complaining about like the prices of groceries. So these water bottles, right? Now listen to this. That water bottle I just showed you come in a case of 24, and it was $10 a case. It was on special. So I bought a shitload of them. I bought like $100 worth. I I took four. I gave three to my nephews and my sister, and I got three for my mom and dad. Right? It's a deal. It's a deal that you won't see for a while because they don't do that shit all the time. So I gave them 3 cases of this water. So my dad started drinking this water, and he says, "Oh, I really like this water. And when I go outside, I can take a bottle with me. I need to drink a lot of water." So then he starts having diarrhea. And he said it must be the water that's giving me diarrhea because ever since I started drinking this water, I'm having diarrhea. I said, "Dad, are you fucking listening to yourself? How the fucking water give you diarrhea? You're the first person in my 47 years of living in this world that's telling me that water gave you diarrhea. Are you fucking kidding me?" "Oh, well, it has to be because ever since I've been drinking that water, after a week I started again." I say, "You know what gives you diarrhea? That's fucking pills. That's what gives you diarrhea. There's fucking pills that eating you alive. And you've been taking those pills and you shouldn't be taking them. You should do other things." "No, it's not. It's the water. It's the water." I say, "Okay, well, look, leave the water there. And every time I come to the house, I'll grab a water for myself. Just leave it in my old bedroom and I'll drink the water from now on for the rest of the time that I come here. And mom can drink it too, because obviously it's not giving mom or me or my nephews or anybody that I know giving them diarrhea. Just you. You're special." I have never heard of something so stupid in my life. And then he gets the water that he likes, which is this Portuguese brand water called Luso. So he gets the Luso water and he starts drinking the Luso water. And then he had diarrhea like 3 days later. And then I said to him, like I said, it's not the water. It's your pills. It's you. It's your body. And I said to myself about 2, 3 months ago, I was getting a haircut, and my barber's a hairly woman, and she said, "Mark, I have the same problem with my parents. You can't tell them nothing. So you know what, Mark? What I do now, I don't pay them no mind. When they complain, I'm like, oh, too bad. Sorry to hear that. When I buy them some, they complain about it, so I don't buy them nothing no more." She goes, "Mark, until you do that, you're not going to get any satisfaction. They're always going to complain. It's never going to be good enough." And after that, I said, "You know what? I'm not buying them no more groceries ever again. Fuck them. I love my parents, but they're a bunch of complaining ass old fogies that just complain about everything. They want to blame everything else but their own ways." Yeah, I know it's the foods and the pill. Yeah, I know it is. Yeah. And he knows it too, but he started blaming the water. I'm like, how the fuck you can get diarrhea from drinking water? Water prevents diarrhea because you have water in your system. It hydrates you. One of the main things when you have diarrhea or food poisoning, they tell you drink a lot of water, drink a lot of fluids. And I'm saying to myself, this is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life. And I used to get my mom like a 6 pack of Bounty paper towels, right? And it used to be pretty cheap. When I used to get it for her, she was like, "Oh, I like these, but I like the other ones better." So I stopped buying them. I was like, they're both Bounty. It's just this one's smaller, better for you because it's you and dad. You don't need a big ass roll. Oh, but I like the other ones. I said, well, you can buy them your fucking self then. And I never bought paper towel for her ever again. And now that I bought the water, I'm not gonna buy no more water ever again because it's never good enough. It's never good enough. No matter what I give them or what I do for them, it's never good enough. That's why I'm not gonna do nothing. I have to really pressure myself not to care, as much as crazy as that sounds. But I really do. I have to not care no more and just not give them anything. Fuck 'em. I'm just gonna fix the house and do the things that I know I can do. But giving them groceries and things, I'm not doing it no more because everything I do is just never good enough. So I told my sister I'm done. I'm fucking done. You have gout too, Dan? Yeah, that's shitty. Yeah, see, my dad don't want to eat salad, and he don't eat tomatoes, and he don't eat cucumbers. He won't do it. He'll say that will make him worse. When my dad first got diagnosed with gout, right? If that's how you say it, my dad got gout so bad, right, that he was in pain and he couldn't even sleep. But he used to get always in his feet. His feet used to get swollen at his knees. Now his hands are starting to get gout. His hands never really got gout until like maybe last year. And now it's getting worse. The gout's getting all in his hands. So much so he can't even drive. And he's in all this pain. And he can't even grab nothing. And he went to the doctor maybe like 2 years ago. He went to the doctor. And he told the doctor, look, what do I have to eat? And what shouldn't I eat? He just says, what shouldn't I not eat? No, he don't eat no beef. He eats, I'll tell you what he eats. He eats chicken and he eats turkey, pork, no meat at all. No meat, no beef, no meat. But he eats turkey, chicken, and pork. That's his main things, and ham, ham and stuff like that. Pork, all pork stuff. Right? He eats uh, pasta, rice, and a lot of bread. He eats bread every day, which is something that you shouldn't eat when you got gout. Right? So the doctor wrote a list and said, look, for you specifically, you can't eat bread, you can't eat rice, you got to drink a lot of water and stay away from like bread and pastas and things like that because that's going to trigger the gout or whatever. That's what he told my dad, right? And there was something else that he put on there like meat, red meat, not to eat red meat or whatever. So my dad didn't do none of that shit. But then he was like, fuck it, I'm going to eat, certain things. But when he gets gout bad, right? Oh, fish was another thing, like some type of fish you can't eat either. When I used to make snapper for him, he used to get gout the next day. And then he says, I can't eat fish no more. And I was like, I've never heard of that in my life. I said, snapper is not an oily fish. It says online that you can get gout from an oily fish. So he would eat sardines and mackerel and not get gout. But when he ate snapper, he'll get gout. So I'm like, there's something fucking wrong with this man. Or there's something wrong with the internet. Or what it is everybody's body's different, right? So he can't eat certain things. So I stopped making snapper for him and made it just for us. But he'll eat like sardines and there'll be no problem. And I don't understand that. So anyway, the doctor gave him a list and he never went by that list. That list went right in the trash. And he didn't care. So like I tell everybody, he does it to himself because he don't want to pay attention and he doesn't want to do what he's supposed to be doing. And I told him, if your gout triggers you, you have to remember what you ate the day before. And he'd be like, "Oh well, I ate like a piece of cake that mom made." Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. I can't remember. But I don't know what type of sardines he eats. Because I don't watch him eat that stuff. But he says he don't get gout when he eats this type of fish. He gets gout when he eats sweet things, like things with sugar, um, like cakes or things like that. And he has gout a lot now. I guess it's the water. Let me tell you, man, my dad's a pain in the ass, man. He don't listen to nobody. He's just a stubborn mule. I think he honestly loves pain. I never seen a man that loves pain more than that guy. Because if he really like wanted to get better, he would do what I tell him and do what doctors tell him. But he just thinks that, oh yeah, when I get gout, it's like a headache. I'll just take two Tylenols and it's done. So when he gets gout and he takes those gout pills fuck him up because his body's constantly trying to counteract things. See what I'm saying? I'm not no damn doctor, but like I know that that's why he gets gout because he eats things that he's not supposed to eat, but he don't listen. I see the sugar and the pasta turns to carbs. Sure, yeah. Normal gout number should be under 7. I don't know. I don't know his number now. I don't know his numbers. I didn't even know that existed. That's all new. I don't know too much about gout. All I know is if you eat certain things, your body hurts. It inflames your. It inflate it. Your oh my god, your hands like get swollen and your legs and your feet, all that type of shit. People get gout everywhere, but that's usually what it is. Usually in your feet or in your hands. So I don't know the gout numbers. I don't know what his gout number is. I have no idea. But he don't pay attention, Dan. He doesn't want to. He doesn't care. See, you're just like him. See, pain in the ass. My dad ain't got no needle before though. But like my dad, he said he's been in a lot of pain lately. He's been in a lot of pain. Like his hand is like this. Like he can't open his hand up like that. He can't do that. It's like this, and he goes like that. He holds it like that, and he's in pain. He's like this all the like every for the past week. I've seen him like this, and his fingers are like swollen. They're like huge, and they have all these little like bubble things on it. And he says, "Oh, I went to the doctor, but he said that I just have to take my gout pills, and that's it." And I'm like, "Well, didn't he tell you what to eat and what not to eat?" Oh no. I said, "Well, did you ask?" No. And I'm like, you know what, Mark? You gotta play that rerun in your mind with that where my barber, the lady, my hairdresser lady, she said, Mark, don't pay him no mind. They're never gonna change. And every time something happens and I say do this and do that, it never happens. She's right. You can't change it. Yeah. And my mom, right? My mom has like an ear infection, and she also pulled her back when she had to lift open some windows the other day. So she went for like a checkup on Thursday. She went for a checkup, and the doctor told her she was fine. She seemed fine. Any problems, blah blah blah. And she says, "Oh, I don't know what happened, but I never remember to tell her about my ear and my back." So we called her up and said, "Oh, what did the doctors say about your back and your ear?" Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to tell them. And I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you went for a checkup, and they asked you what if you want have anything else wrong, and you say, "Oh no, I'm good." Oh, I don't even know what I said. I can't remember. I just wanted to go, and then I had to pay $100 and something. I was pissed off, and I'm like, who are you people? You complain about healthcare. You complain about pension, and you complain about the things you have, but you don't solve them. You just want to be in pain. I said, no wonder you two aren't been married for so long. You both love pain. You both are like on like a dumb section of your brain. Like your brain is deteriorating. And then I told my mom today, I said, 20 years ago, you were the same person you are now. You complain, you bitch and moan, and you do nothing to help yourself. Oh, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. 20 years ago, I wasn't like this. I said, yes, you was. You and Dad were the same people you are today. 20 years have gone by and you ain't fucking changed one bit. That's what I told both of them today, and they didn't say nothing. And I said, 20 years ago, I was not the same person I am now. I definitely evolved and changed from 20 years ago. 20 years ago, when I was 27, I was a fucking pain in the ass, and I didn't take care of I didn't really give a shit about anybody or anything, and I was not very spiritual. I was like, crazy, and I didn't have what I have now. I'm not the same person, but them, no way, they're the same exact person. Yeah, there you go, Dan. See, in 20 years' time, somebody's gonna say that to you. Dan, you're the same person I met 20 years ago. Pain in the ass, Leo. So yeah, I don't know what more to do. I don't know what more to say, so I'm not gonna do or say anything else. Just like today. I was like, how you feel? Oh, I'm feeling a bit better. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, cool. That's it. End the conversation. That's nice. I can't be bothered anymore. I honestly have to get myself to the point where I'm not gonna help him anymore. I'm just gonna work on the house, cut the grass, cut the hedges, and their health is their problem and their business, and they can just do whatever they want. I don't care. I'm not gonna get them groceries anymore. I'm not gonna do none of that shit. And the day I get my inheritance money, I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm gonna go get uh, a gift card for them with like $1,000 and say, look, here's your gift card. Every time you go to the groceries, you buy whatever the fuck you like and whatever the fuck you want. I'm not getting you nothing. You can get whatever you want now. So if you buy something that gives you diarrhea, it's your fault. Don't be blaming me. That's exactly what I'm going to tell them. Here's a gift certificate. Goodbye. Smell you later. You ain't fucking aggravating me. And my sister says, good idea, Mark. Good idea. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give him a gift card for the grocery store. You buy whatever you fucking want. You buy all the shit you want, you like. I'm not buying you nothing no more. Hell no. Yeah, let him stew in the bullshit. Yeah. As much as it hurts, because I always want to help him, but I can't. I just can't do it no more. I just can't. Like they drive me fucking nuts. And the older they get, the more they drive me nuts. I'm a very easygoing like guy, and I eat leftovers, and I don't need much to be satisfied and to be happy. I've never been the type of person that needs like the best things or quality shit. Like, I'll buy shit for cheap and just deal with it. Cause I'm not really like gonna spend all my money on fucking expensive shit all the time, especially food and things like that. And when things are on sale, I make the best of it. Like I get it all. I buy all these things on sale so that way it lasts me for a long time and I get to save money. I've been very, very smart with my savings, like buying things bulk and things like that. And I'm like, fuck, I'm good. Like I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, see, that's ridiculous, man. That's fucked up. Yeah, I know I'm a blessing for my folks, but sometimes I feel like I'm doing it for nothing because I'm not. I never want anything out of it. I just want them to like stop fucking complaining and get better, but they don't want to. It's like they're just stuck on stupid, and I never understand why every time I go to that house they complain about something. It's never good enough. Just like everybody says, Mark. It's never going to be good enough. And my sister says the same thing. Look at me, Mark. I did this, I did that, and it's never good enough. They always ask me for more shit, or it's always something else. Even like the house. I painted the house, I fixed the roof, I do all this shit, and then when I'm finished, it's something else that they want me to do. And I'm like, look, I can't do that shit. My back's hurting. Fuck you. You're going to have to wait. If you want it done faster, you could waste your money and do it. And now what I tell them is, look, I've spent a lot of my hard-earned money on this fucking house. If you guys died today, I wouldn't even get this damn house. And all the money I spent on it is going to my siblings for their benefit off of what I'm paying for this fucking shit. So until I get my inheritance money, I'm not spending no more fucking money on you guys or your house. Capiche? And they're like, okay, fine, yeah, whatever. So now I made my point across that I'm not spending my money on here no more. When I get my inheritance, I'll give them some money and I'll buy their shit. I'll buy shit for them and I'll fix their shit. Otherwise, that I'm not doing it. It ain't happening. Not continue to spend my shit all the time. Hell no. That shit belongs to me. I worked hard for that shit. And nobody else is helping. So I'm like, fuck this. Hell no. Hey, Miss Bikini, happy Mother's Day. But that's crazy, grand. That's crazy, Dan. They stole 70 grand from your mom. That's fucking nuts. See, people like that, man. That's just like you can get ultimate karma for the rest of your life. But yeah, my parents are they're just a pain in the ass, man. I don't know what more like they want because I do so much, and I'm like I feel like it's a never ending battle with them. It's always something else and something else and something else. It's like what the fuck? So I told my parents the other day, when you guys didn't have money, you waited to do shit. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna wait to get that money, and when I do, I'll help you. But until then, I'm not gonna spend my fucking money on this shit. Like, who the fuck you think I am? You think I'm fucking Bill Gates or something? Fuck you think this is? Hell no. I put my parents in their place like 2 weeks ago. I was like, that ain't happening. I'm not spending my fucking money on this bullshit no more. So they got the point. They haven't asked me for a while. So I'm like, yeah, just give me the fucking line. You're welcome, Miss Bikini. Well, unfortunately, you know, that's the case. Hopefully she changes one day and hopefully, she does speak to you again. But that's up to her. You can't force nobody to do anything. I know it hurts. I know it's messed up to not hear from your children or whatever, but hey, when my birthday comes up, out of 6 nephews, only 2 say happy birthday because the other 4 are programmed by their parents that don't like me. So it's all good. But when I see them face to face, you know, they know what time it is. But when they're around their parents, they're on like, strict stuff. So I never grudge the children, because I know children are easily influenced by other people. But there's nothing you can do. You just gotta wait, and maybe one day she'll come to her senses, or you know, it's just something that we have to deal with. Unfortunately, it's sad. There was a point in time where I didn't speak to my dad for a long time. My dad, he was like one of the biggest assholes in the world. Like my dad was probably one of the only people I hated when I was young because he was a control freak. He used to tell us what time to go, what time to leave, what time to come home. You can't do this, you can't do that. You can't have your friends over here. You can't go to your friend's house. You can't go this, you can't wear that. It was always can't. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, fucking mental or something? So yeah, when I was 19, I had to go. I was like, fuck this guy, you ain't ruining my life. And I came out perfectly well. And I think that's why he suffers so much now, because he's going through his karma stages of being a dickhead, And he's not a bad person. He just has stupid ass control freak ways. But there was a point in time where I didn't even want to look at him or speak to him. There was times I wanted to knock his ass the fuck out. But now it's like, I mean, I would say for the past 10 years, we've been for the past 10 years we've been good. I would say at least 10 years we've been better. Because when I went on my own, he discouraged me, and he was like always down talking on me, like he thought that I would never make it. And then when I made it, he wouldn't even say, yeah, I was wrong, I'm sorry. He's not that type of person that shows emotions. He stays quiet because he knows he's wrong. It's almost like he wants to be right all the time, like, and it's weird, you know. And then some people tell me that from what I say, he might be jealous of me, and I'm like, nah, man. I would hate to hear. I hate to hear those things. Like, I don't never want to think that my dad's jealous of me. But some people say there is no other answer. It could be that, and I'm like, nah. I was like, my dad's not a jealous person. I just think that he's just a weirdo like that. He just has those stupid ways. But the last 10 years, we've been pretty close. Like, we talk all the time. We talk almost every day. Um, we love sports. We have a lot in common, like sports and things like that, and just regular things. But you know, yeah, it's true. People are programmed. It's the way it is. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard. Well, even if she doesn't, Miss Bikini, it's out of your control, and at least it's just that's just it. It's a hard road to travel with family and siblings and children and parents. We're not all meant to be with each other all the time. Everybody's in your life for a reason or a season or a time period. It's very tough. It's just the way it is. you know but at the end of the day, I say this many times: if you personally have nothing on your conscience on why that person doesn't speak to you, then it's easier. And if you do, just know that that person isn't perfect either. And everybody makes it seem like you're always supposed to, you know, be with your children and your husband and your wife, and you're always supposed to respect your parents. But if people are bad or people do dumb shit to you, how the fuck you supposed to like them or respect them? And then when you have other people who corrupt your children, or you or whoever, it's hard to deal with, because that person has to get to a certain age level or a certain part of their life to get better. It's just the way it is, you know? And that's what happened with me and my dad. When I left him, my dad was waiting for my downfall, waiting for me to come running back home and tell him that I didn't make it, but it never happened. I only came back home for like 1 year. I left my apartment because I knew I was coming here. So I left my apartment. I went back home for a whole year and took care of my dad because he had a big heart problem, and he got sick for a whole year. So I had to help my mom and my dad. I didn't have to. I could have said fuck him, because at that point in time I wasn't really like his biggest fan. But I took my mom begged me to come back home and help because I was the only one that was single and didn't have kids. So I was like, yeah, I'll come back for a year and then I'm gonna move back out again. I'm not gonna stay here forever. Fuck that. This is back in 2007, right when I went on my own. When I went on my own in 2007, everything bad happened. It was a recession. My dad got sick. I moved back home for a year, and then I moved here afterwards. It was a fucking shit show, but I got through it, and I'm here now to talk about it. So I survived it. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. It's just the way it is. Yeah. Well, that's good. As long as your mom's alive and you had someone to talk to, you always have us here in the chat to talk to and to say things or whatever. We all have each other. We all go through our bad moments and good moments, and we all have the same situations, and we all have different situations. Like Dan just said, his wife hated his dad, and things like that, and people just hate people, even though people aren't really like the best thing. Even I wish I had a better relationship with my older sister and my older brother, but because of their selfishness and stupidity and how they treat me and how they program their kids, to not speak to me because they don't like me, or I fucked them off and I'm a bad person now. Because I told you about yourself, so then you tell your kids that I'm fucked up. So when those kids were younger, they weren't really speaking to me that much. But now that they're older and they see who their parents are, they speak to me more now, because they're like, no wonder Uncle Mark fucked you off. You're a fucking weirdo. Like you really are a selfish idiot, like just like Uncle Mark said you are. So kids end up seeing who their parents are. So now all six of my nephews speak to me no problem. They all say hello to me. They all laugh with me and talk shit to me. They all like ask me things, and we all get together on holidays. And they're all, especially the two oldest ones, they're the ones who didn't speak to me the most, because of my sister and her husband corrupted them not to speak to me. But when they got older, when they got like 18, 19, 20, because right now they're 21 and 19, like the last 5 years, they opened up to me more. And they used to diss their parents to my sister and say, yeah, now I know why Uncle Mark and them are not, because their ways they have stupid ways. And we tell my mom and dad not to grudge Uncle Mark, because he's not the problem, they are. So the 21-year-old put them all in their place, put his parents in their place. Because 2 years ago I went there for Christmas for the first time in 10 years. because I was like banned from their house. They wouldn't let me nowhere near their house. They didn't want me around it. They hated me. They still do. But for the sake, because the children opened their eyes up and told them about themselves, because those boys love me. I'm their idol. When they were younger, I was the one who let them make them guys play football and basketball. I embedded sports all in their life. I bought them pure shit. I spent some money on those kids, like just like they were my own. And then it hurt when they disrespected me like that. But now they speak to me all the time now. When children get older, they realize their mistakes. They know. It's just that they get corrupted, or they have to do shit when their parents are around. Like last Christmas was hilarious because both of my oldest nephews and my sister and my brother-in-law walked in, and those boys came right to me. They didn't go to nobody else. They went straight to me. What's up, Uncle Mark? You're good. What's up, bro? You cool? Yeah, man. What's up? Yeah, you saw the Celtics, so you saw the game, and my sister was looking at the corner of her eye. You could see her face. She was so mad. She was like so mad because her boys were like, "Fuck you. We're speaking to Uncle Mark. We love him. Fuck you. Like, I'm not listening to your corruption no more. I'm gonna go up to my uncle and I'm gonna hail him up and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, I don't care what you guys say. I love my Uncle Mark and I'm gonna speak to him because it's fucked up that you guys make me not speak to him." Both of them. And the other one, the 19-year-old, came back from college 2 weeks ago. He came over. He was talking to me the whole time. When my sister and my brother-in-law is not around them, they talk to me even more. It's like they're free because they know that they don't like them talking to me. But that's how corrupt they are. But God forbid that was me. Oh my God, the whole island of Bermuda would know. They'd be like, oh yeah, I can't even speak to my nephews because Mark told them that I'm a bitch and I'm this and I'm that and I'm like, told my parents, they said, see your children? They weren't raised that way. We always spoke to our uncles and aunts. Yeah, right. If you didn't speak, you get a slap upside your damn head. But I said, that's all right. And I told my youngest sister, you watch when those boys get older. They're going to come running back to me and say, fuck their mom and dad. They're going to come speak to me. And look, I was right. Took a few years, but I got them. I got them back into my life. I didn't even have to try. They just came because they saw how corrupt their parents were. So, Miss Bikini, I know for a fact that your daughter will be back one day. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or a year from now, it doesn't matter. She's 18 now or whatever, 18 or 19, you said. That's the time where they see life. And don't know, soon enough she'll know. She'll see what's going on. Mark my words. She'll be back. Soon as she realizes everything or something happens between her and her stepmother and all this shit hits the fan, then she'll be back. Just give it time. Just know deep down inside that Phil's probably working on it right now. Yeah. Just keep believing that. All you gotta do is keep believing because I know it hurts, But it always hurt me. It always hurt me when my nephews weren't speaking to me. That shit would fucking aggravate. I wanted to slap the shit out of my sister and my brother-in-law. I wanted to fuck them off so bad and be like, yeah, you corrupted these kids not to speak to me because you don't like me. Don't hold your kids back from not liking me because I ain't done nothing to them and they ain't done nothing to me. I wanted to say it so bad, but I was like, you know what, Mark? You just wait. It's all gonna. God's got a plan for it all, and I'll never forget it. It was like I think it was last summer. Yeah, last summer, my 18-year-old nephew, the youngest of my sister's boy, He's 19 now, but last year he was 18. His birthday is coming up in 2 weeks. He's a Gemini. And he was all by himself. And his parents went away. And his brother was in college. He wasn't home yet. And he came here for dinner all by himself. It was me, my 2 nephews, and him and my sister. And we were in the pool. And he talked my ear off for like 2 hours in the pool. And my other nephews were like, I can't. When he left, my youngest nephews were like, I can't believe that he spoke to you that long. And I said, you know why? Because his bitch ass mom and dad weren't around here. He was free. So he was playing catch up. He was playing catch up with me. I said, remember, I knew him before you guys. He's older than you guys. I said, I used to wipe his little ass. I used to give him baby bottles. I used to take care of him with grandma. I used to take care. I showed him. He kicked his first ball and played basketball and football with us, you know. Before you, when you guys are babies, I was already teaching him how to play. Every Christmas, I was the only one out there playing with those kids. So I always said that he'll come back eventually. And when he has a chance, he's going to talk to me. And he did. And he dissed his mom and dad and bring it up. And then told my sister, he don't say nothing to me, but he told my sister that it's fucked up that he lost time with me because how much those guys idolized me. And I never forget 2 Christmases ago, he was like, come here, Uncle Mark, come sit down here in the couch with us. And my sister was listening and my brother-in-law, they were pissed. He was like, come here, Uncle Mark, come watch the game, man. Don't go home. I was like, yeah, I'm going home, man, because I didn't feel comfortable there, like, you know. And then all of a sudden, he was like, no, you can't go, Uncle Mark. Come watch the game, man. Come sit right here next to me. Come on. And his dad, when my brother-in-law was watching, he was pissed. He went all red. And my sister, like, rolled her eyes. I'm like, yeah, you little bitch, take that. Like, now that they're older, they took over. Like, they pretty much have their own, you know, they have their own life. And my youngest sister, she goes, I know you live for that shit, don't you? Because you predicted that shit. I said, of course I predicted it. Because I knew that one day those kids are going to get old enough and say, fuck you, I'm speaking to Uncle Mark. You held me back too long from speaking to my idol and my favorite uncle. Because they know. And we talked about old times. But see, my sister and my brother-in-law is jealous because those kids, they love me. Because I'm the only one who played around with them. I'm the only one who taught them how to do shit. You know? They love me. When they need me, they know they can always come to me. Like, you know, and I never looked at those kids as a bad thing because I knew they was getting corrupted. You know? But that's how it goes, though. You know, it's fucked up. But I'm happy now that all my nephews speak to me now. Like, you know, and they're old enough now to make the decision to speak to me and not listen to their parents. I'm like, yes, got you. Oh, that's nice, Miss Bikini. That's good. I'm glad you went out and had some time for yourself. And yeah, of course, Phil was with you for sure. Yeah, Dan, you said, Mark, I was 21, 22 before mom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he saw the light. Not only him, but, you know, all my oldest nephews, you know, they got held back by their parents for not speaking to me because I was fighting with them. But you know what? It's all good. My brother's 2 boys, they're not very like conversationalist type of guys unless you really talk to them. They're more quiet. And my brother and I don't really get along. And my brother's like kind of mad that I don't speak to him a lot. And I'm like, why am I gonna speak to you? You're a fucking idiot. Like, you disrespecting mom and dad, me, everybody. Like, you think I'm gonna talk to you like that, bro? No, hell no. Like, I'm done with you. Like, I'm done with giving you chances. My brother's an idiot. He's jealous and he's like, envious of everybody. And he's always broke or claims to be, but he has money for when he needs something. And my sister, she's just a selfish bitch. That's all. But and my brother-in-law that's married to my older sister, he's the worst. He's like the devil in living flesh. I never liked him. Never. Not from day one. I will never say that I like that guy. He's the most envious and jealous piece of shit I know. I can't stand. Fuck, I can't stand. Like we used to speak and now we don't speak at all. Like I don't speak to him no more. I gave up on speaking to him. Guess what? His kids speak to me now. And I love it. I got him right where I want him. I'm like, yeah, good. That's what you fucking get. Disrespect me, and you're gonna get karma. 'Cause I ain't even done nothing wrong to you. You just jealous and envy of me because you wanna be. I ain't done nothing to you. So it's hard to deal with stupid people. A lot of people are bad, man. A lot of people don't like they just hate you for no reason or they're just jealous, they're just weird, and I'm nothing to be jealous about. Like I tell people, I'm not out here trying to make nobody jealous. There's no reason you should be jealous of anybody. Live your life and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And it's always the ones that have more than you that are jealous of you. That's what I can't understand. That never makes sense to me. Oh, nice, Miss Bikini. But that's the thing. It's good to like learn from each other's shit and learn from each other's bullshit and learn from each other's life. You never know who you can give advice to. It's just a pain in the ass. And it's family stuff. Family stuff to me is the hardest things to deal with because when one section of the family is not talking, it's like you feel like you have to choose a side. Because if you talk to both parties, it's like both will say, "Why you talk to her for? Why you talk to them for? Oh, you're fucked up. You talk to them after what you know they did to me." And I'm like, "What?" I said, "What they did to you has nothing to do with me. Until they disrespect me, then I'll disrespect them back. But that's not my problem. If you don't like them, that's not my problem. They're cool with me." And they're like, "Oh no, no, you gotta choose." I'm like, "No, okay, well I'm gonna choose not to fucking speak to you. How about that?" That's what I do now. Don't tell me who I can and can't speak to. Yeah, exactly. Things always get illuminated. Things always get blown out of proportion, is what I say. People just like got too much anger in their minds and bodies and hearts, man. That's what it all boils down to. People are always like, people just can't have peace. They just love to like start drama and just be dramatic and stupid. It's just the way it is. I can't. I try to run away from all conflict and all like negative energy people and things. I just stay in my lane. I try to be as happy as I can. And if I feel or see or hear or deal with any negative people, I just disconnect from them right away. I'm like, nope, no, you won't. Yeah, a lot of that shit goes on too, Dan. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always had the kids influence. I'm always been. I love children. Children are innocent. They either get corrupted, they get pulled down the wrong path. But kids are innocent. They're only gonna listen to you because you run their life or you're your parents or whatever. So I never blame my nephews for not speaking to me those years that went by. Because I know their parents were telling them dumb shit. I know they were. But it's okay. I got the last laugh at the end of the day, and I got them speaking to me now, and I didn't have to do nothing. They just figured it out on their own. Sometimes you can't control what people think and what people want or what their parents are embedding in their minds. Once you become your own person, you cipher out the bullshit and you say, okay, you know what? All because my parents don't like my Uncle Mark doesn't mean that I shouldn't. Because what my Uncle Mark ain't done nothing wrong to me. That's what they did. Those boys got to the point where the oldest one, right? The 21-year-old, he's my first nephew, right? So he's like the pride and joy of the family. He's the first grandchild, the first son, the first, nephew. And he is 21 now. He goes 22 in July. And I'll never forget, about 2 years ago, when he was like 19 going 20, he had a big conversation with my sister. Because him and my sister are close, right? And he said, you know what? It's fucked up that my mom and my dad don't like Uncle Mark because we do, but we feel like, if we talk to him, our parents are going to be mad. So I'm going to try and talk to him every time my parents aren't around. He told my sister that shit. My sister said, see, you were right, Mark. Those fuckers are telling them, and that's fucked up. I said, well, that's the way they are. They're stupid. Because you're mad at me, don't mean you should tell your children to be mad at me. I ain't done nothing to them. And I ain't even done nothing to you. You can't stand me for your own stupidity. So, whatever. So 2 years ago, Christmas, my nephew told my sister, I'm gonna tell my mom and dad that Uncle Mark's coming to Christmas whether you fucking like it or not. And I was shocked. My sister said, guess what? You're invited to Christmas at your sister's house. And your nephews told me that they told their parents you're coming. And I felt uncomfortable because I knew they didn't want me there. But see, my nephews were like, no, Uncle Mark's fucking come. Next thing you know, I'm sitting on the couch watching the game and having a great time with them. And my sister was in another room, and my brother-in-law was in the room watching the game with us, but he wasn't near me. He was like further away, and he never looked at me. He never asked me if I wanted anything or anything. My nephews are like, yeah, you want to drink, Uncle Mark? Yeah, you want some food? How you guys get, we got this and that. And they were so devastated and they were so mad that they never had another function for the last 2 years. They haven't had no functions at their house with family. Nope. They're like, fuck that. I don't want Mark around here. Fuck that shit. My kids are starting to, my kids are talking to him again. That shit eats him alive because they lost. And it's been 2 years. This year would make 3 years Christmas that we haven't had a function back at that house. And they won't. They won't. And I told my dad and my mom, my sister, I said, they ain't gonna have another function there. Because that day killed them to see me in their house and see their children treat me the way they did. They can't stand it. So that's what happens. You get karma. And God don't like that shit. You know? Yeah. That's why those kids love me. All my nephews love me. If you took every single one of my nephews and put them in a room separately and you had a stranger ask them, who's your favorite uncle? And they'll say Uncle Mark. Guaranteed, I'll put my life on it. because I'm the only one who does shit for them. I've given those boys everything and I've taught them a lot of things. And I'm more of a male influence to them than their own fathers. They all want to be like me, act like me, dress like me, and go for all the teams I go for. That's how they all are. Because when we were young, they all idolized me. Because I was the only one playing around with them. I was the only one. Because my brother, my sister, and my brother-in-law and my other sister-in-law, they didn't like sports. They don't play sports or watch sports. Not like me. So they did everything that I wanted to do. So that's why I got the last laugh. I got them all back in my life, and I'm happy I do. And I knew it, but see, you have to wait till they get like a certain age and have their mind of their own. Once they reach 18, 19, 20, 21, around that's like the evolve, like when they evolve and they realize what life is, you know. Yeah, I've never seen my parents sleep in different rooms. Never in my life. The only time that happened was when my dad's ass was rotten and he like used to fart up a storm or something. My mom would sleep in my bedroom and we weren't there. She'll tell me that too. She goes, "Oh, your father's ass stinks so much. He stunk up the whole bedroom, so I went in your room and slept for the night. He can sleep in his own stench." That's the only time my mom would say she'll sleep in another room and his ass was inflamed. And I used to laugh so much. We all used to crack up. And I was like, thank God I ain't gotta sleep with nobody's dirty ass. Fuck that. I'm so glad I don't sleep with nobody anyway. Me by myself, it's bad enough I have to smell my dog's ass, let alone my own or someone else's rotten ass. I'll be pissed. So yeah, my every now and then my mom will say that to me. It used to be the funniest shit ever. The joy of being with somebody, being married to somebody, or sleeping with somebody like that. Speaking of my dog, she's been very quiet. This is the first live I haven't seen her. Look at her, look. You all right, baby? You have the best life in the world. Look at you. You have a bed, but you want to put your head on the tile. Feels good. Your ears are all up in the air. You have the life, don't you? You told everybody that Marky gave you some pork and rice, and some cookies, and we sat out by the pool this afternoon in the nice sun. Got some vitamin D. You told me to tell everybody we guys hung out at the pool today and chilled out. Yeah. You haven't snored all life. Why? You know why? Because I'm just talking. But if I was busy, you'd be over here fucking snoring. Piece of bacon. Yeah, that's sad, Dan. Well, that happened. That happened with my sister. I tell my sister for years to leave her husband, and she didn't want to. She says, "How am I going to do that? I can't do that. I'm working at the family business. I need this and I need that." And I'm like, "No, you don't. You say you have me. Oh, but that's not fair to you." I said, "I don't give a fuck. Just leave him. I'll support you. I'll help you." I said, "You know me. I got your back." I said, "Look, you got enough money. We will make it. Trust me." And I'm like, "Come on, man. You can do it. Fuck this guy." And then she got so pissed off. Year and a half ago, she got so mad. She was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave him." I'm like, "Look, leave him. Tell him fuck off." Then she called me one morning. She said, "Mark, I'm done." I'm like, "Thank God." She starts laughing. I said, "Look, I'll come pick you up. We guys will go down by the beach and relax. We'll talk, get it all off your chest." I said, "Look, you're not making a mistake. This is the biggest thing you can do in your life. It's the best thing you can do is get rid of this fucking clown. You don't need him. You got me, you got your sons, you got your parents, you got your friends, you got your family." And she finally did it. And now it's all over. He's been gone for over a year, and her whole life got better. And she told me, "Mark, that was the best decision I ever made." And I was like, "Well, there you go. Told you." Yeah, exactly. But hey, what can you do? You know. Oh, that's nice of Phil. My dad didn't give a fuck. He was like, "Smell this, woman." But yeah, I'm so proud of my sister that she left that fucking guy, man. And he left this house last year in May. When he left May 2nd last year for good, I was the happiest motherfucker in the world. I was probably the happiest person at that point in time. When he texted my sister and my sister sent me the text where he says he's never coming back and he's gone for good, he's got his own place. I looked at that text, I kept it, and I looked at it and I was like, "It's the best day of my life. This piece of shit's gone. It's over. It's real." And after like 2 weeks went by and he didn't come back, or he didn't try to come back, or nothing happened, and the divorce was starting to go, I was like, "It's real. It's fucking real." And here I am a year later, and I'm like, I can finally like work in this workshop now. I'm starting to get it all ready and shit. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures. It's not yet, but I'm getting there. The workshop's almost ready. All right, Virgo, no problem. It's when they fluff the sheets more, it's love. Yeah, tell that to my mom, Dan. Oh shit. All right, Virgo, thanks. No problem, sweetheart. I can do that for you. No, I can't believe what time it is. Shit. Yeah, it takes forever. It's the uploads shit is so crazy. All right. All right, Virgo. So what I got here for next week is things moving very slowly, slow and partial changes. You might feel stuck. You might have like some difficulties in doing new things, and new situations may arise. You might be very worried and concerned about change. So if a change comes, you might like feel like you how are you gonna deal with it? Um, you might also like have issues where you have money but you're not happy with how you have to use it or how you have to deal with it. You don't want to waste no money, but then again, you don't want to be greedy or have to use money for any type of means to make yourself happy. The best thing I see here is like you'll be getting rewards from the things that you have the most experience in, and your safety and security in your home life is great. Your family life will be good. Your family matters. Your ancestors are going to be working in the background to help you. Where you live is going to be like the place where you come home. Where you live now and how you come home, that's like the best feeling you have is when you're home. You feel safe, you feel secure, you feel like, you see your children, you have your life. It's like the best part of your life, I feel for you, is when you come home and when you're at home. That makes sense. But you'll be getting good news about something that you want, and you'll be getting the rewards from your experience. So maybe like Monday to Wednesday, it might be difficult, you know, but at the end of the month, at the end of the week, you'll get better news. Like it starts off like kind of weary and like worrisome and difficult, but then at the end of the week, you're like, before the weekend comes, you're like, phew, thank God, we're good, you know. So don't let like the beginning of the week and midweek get you into any type of like, bad funk, you know. Oh, okay, so that must be what it is then, because I got the Ten of Pentacles at the very end, and that tells me that you'll get what you want. But during the week, I don't get too much of anything good. I just get that you are worried and concerned about things. You said I'm worried about coming up with money for a vehicle. And yes, I feel so good being him. Yeah. So this pretty much telling you that this week is going to be one of those weeks where you know you have a waiting game. So you said you find out later this week about that position. So it looks like that position could be very possible because you got the Ten of Pentacles, and that tells you that you're going to get more money. So if this position, if by you getting this position, if it increases your salary or you're going to make more money, then that's probably what it is. But that's all right. That's her problem. Never worry about your competition. There is none. If you get listen, if you are meant to get that job, you're going to get it. If God knows, if spirit knows that you don't want to get that shit, then it ain't gonna happen. If it's yeah. But the conflict is gonna come anyway because when you go up in life, there's more conflict. Whatever job you have, there's always gonna be that one fucking person that's gonna aggravate you. But you don't never worry about that shit. Because if you get what you earn, to a certain point. So if you feel like you've earned your way to get this job and you get it, who cares what anybody thinks? Who fucking cares? You make that money, you get your car, and you say fuck those people. That's what I do. I don't give a shit about nobody and what they say. If I make you mad, good. You can be my hater. Add to the list. I mean, I love making people. I love making like my haters mad. Yeah. I just pull more cards and it just says like you might not be like happy with some people and differences of opinion, like things slowly moving, slowly going forward. And I got the nine of pentacles on the bottom. So that's saying that you personally are going to benefit from certain things. And this Wheel of Fortune here tells me that you're approaching the end of problems. And just remember what goes around comes around. So things could be go for the better or it could go for the worse. But I just feel like this week's going to be a slow moving week for you, Virgo. And there's always going to be that family member, friend, or coworker that's going to like want not to be your friend because of your success. And that's okay, fuck 'em. So the negative things I do see here is the people who don't like you, which is fine. If somebody read me, they'd see pure fucking idiots around being hating and judging me and shit. Who cares? I don't fucking care. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. I wish you luck. I hope you do get the position. And if you don't, remember it's not meant for you. There's something else better. So whatever the case may be, just know that it's all for the best. You know? And yeah, definitely believe that. And that's happened to me all year this year, you know? Like this whole year, like this past 5 months, I've been on here like almost every day. And it's like I don't I used to get like bad vibes and not want to come on here and that people used to aggravate me and shit. And now like I feel like I have the right people around me now and things are like really nice and nobody's really jealous of me and nobody comes in here and says stupid shit to me no more and like I nobody like there's hardly anybody that aggravates me in here now. So I feel a lot better when I come on here now. So that's why I'm on here a lot. And that's why like my other business, my maintenance business is like it's slow and steady but not like busy. Whereas here it's the same thing. It's slow and steady and it can be busy at times, but like I feel like I can be myself over here. And then like my maintenance business just needs time because I need to get my workshop up and running. So like I'm going through a transition period where God says, look, until you get your workshop organized and you're ready to make some money over there, we'll keep you over here and you can cater to everybody over here. And then eventually, and like you're doing both anyway. So we'll just provide for you in other ways and then you just go about your business. And that's what I do. I don't fight life anymore. I just let everything flow. Whenever it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. That's it. But anyway, yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. I need to get my ass to bed. But yeah, Virgo, you be fine. Yeah, people be jealous of you. Yeah, exactly. That's why people are jealous. Is to not a lot of people don't really envy the things you have and you earn. They envy your energy. They envy how much you're loved, how much you're liked. How your life is like. How you carry yourself. And but that's okay. Let them fuck them. Laugh at your haters and give them more to hate on. That's what you gotta do. Just like me. All right, Dan. I I hope you have a good day as well, and I hope you get your cast off and stays off. Well, Miss Bikini, somebody's got to do it. Yes, go bathe in some Epsom salt so that way, you smell good. It's 9 there. Shit, it's 1 here. So I get my ass to bed. But anyway, everybody's good. Everybody checked in today and everybody seems fine. Seems they had a good Mother's Day and shit. So that's good. I'm glad everybody's okay. But yeah, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Love you guys and take care.